And welcome back to the pregame show here on WestmorelandSports.com. Seton Hill and Davis Elkins squaring off in just a few moments, but first we're joined by head coach Rick Hall of the Griffins. And coach, this is only your second home game all season of I don't know how many road games, but it's been a while.
Yeah, we've been on the road for quite some time, about 24 matches I'd say, and with a young team it's a little difficult, but we've fared pretty well so far.
And as I mentioned, home game here tonight, first in a while. Will you be a little bit more aggressive here for the hometown fans?
Absolutely. We're hoping to have a good student body here, along with the families and friends, a lot of fans here, so that we can be relaxed, go out and play the way we can play.
For Wednesday's broadcast, we'll be talking to a few players. One of them will be Corinne Hagen, and she's been really great for you guys so far this season. The past two games, she's been a real standout. She really hits around blocks well and pitcher spots well. Could you just talk about what she's brought to this team so far this season?
Corinne's a great kid. She is tall, she's very long, and she reads and sees the blocks. So when she goes up to hit the ball, she can see a blocker, she can go around them, she can hit to the right, she can turn it down the line, she can go over top of them. She's big enough to do that. So she is a great addition to this team, and her ability to see the block is really what helps her a lot.
And she's just a freshman, so she's got a pretty good future here at Seton Hill.
Absolutely, and you'll notice that Ashley Steinbach hits the ball from the back row. Well, Corinne can do that also. The only difference is Corinne only has one rotation in the back row.
Speaking of Ashley, you mentioned about how she does hit from the back row. Just talk about her versatility and what that brings to the court for you guys.
Yeah, we're really happy with Ashley's play this year. She is the only player on our team that plays all the way around. She has a fabulous serve, and she is very aggressive from the back row. She is our fourth attacker from the back row. She's the only one on our team, other than Corinne, to hit consistently from the back row.
You've had a lot of depth on your team as well this season. We talked about on last week's broadcast for UPJ, we saw Santangelo a lot. Snyder was in there a good bit. You talked about the backup setter, Kelsey Profio, had some action. Just talk about how important it is to have the depth along with the youth of this team.
Yeah, the kids that we have can step in at any time. They all know the system now. They're learning it as we go. The first 6 to 9 kids, that include Santangelo, Larissa, they can play at any level, and if someone gets hurt, like Courtney got hurt, our setter last week, if she gets hurt, we have no problem with going to our next player down on the depth chart. She came in, Kelsey came in and played fantastically for us.
The past couple games, you guys have seen a few good standouts on the front row. UPJ had Jessica Heidenthal, Ohio Valley had Allison Graves, and with the Senators tonight, we'll see a lot of Heather Zapp, but they do like to spread the ball out a lot as well. So just kind of talk about what that does to the back row here defensively for them, having to watch where they send the ball today.
Well, I think the back row is our backbone of our defense, which helps in our transitional offense. Our blockers funnel the ball to our back row. Our back row is quick enough and fast enough and good enough that they get the ball to our setter and we can transition. The additions, I mean, with Katie Bloomgren back there as a sophomore and Olivia Matthews as a freshman, we could actually run a two-man receive, but it's not necessary. And in defense, they can pretty much pick up anything within the back row.
Also with the Senators tonight, they're led by their setter Bree Tugnoli, but also they have a lot of sets from their outside hitter Jenna Lowe. How does that factor into your plan defensively tonight with the possibility of seeing two setters?
Yeah, whether they run a 6-2 or a 5-1, we'll just adjust our defense one way or the other. 6-2, they're going to have 3 hitters across the front row, so our blockers will have to be more disciplined. 5-1, we can maybe double block in the middle and double block on the outside. So whatever we see is how we'll adjust our defense.
Okay, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
All right, we'll be right back on the preview show right after this.